Hello everyone, I am Ben the Bold, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Now, it's been a few days since I played this. I went home, took some time off from pretty much all video games, went home, spent some time with the family for the holidays, but I am back and I am playing some Naval Academy missions, and I gotta tell you, I am super excited for this one. There can be only one. Our objective is to duel with an equally powerful, modernized battleship. Now, we're going to be creating basically like an Iowa-class battleship. We're going to create a battleship of the 1940s based on the legendary Iowa-class battleship and send it into combat against its mighty foe, a battleship resembling the Yamato class. The enemy might retreat, though, if overwhelmed, so it sounds like we need some speed and some radar. And yeah, we have $150 million to do it. We're going to be building, I guess maybe we could build more than one battleship, but we have to build at least one battleship. I'm going to go with boost tech because I kind of like the idea of building just one battleship to face off against theirs. They don't have any other support ships. I won't have any support ships. It's just mono. So let's go ahead. Let's do this boost tech instead of more funds, and let's get started. So here's the hull, and it is the modern battleship hull. Just look at it. It is going to be huge. The real question is, what am I going to be able to build on top of it? Let's go ahead and give that a shot. All right, so this is the monstrosity that I came up with first. I did not put any little tiny secondary guns here just because they interfered with this gun, but I did go with big 18-inch guns. Now, this may not be the way to do it because those 18-inch guns, well, they're going to reload every 46 seconds once I give them the proper auto reloading. I did go ahead and invest heavily in the auto reloading. I also investing heavily into super heavy shells. Now, that's going to do a couple things. It's going to increase my gun reload time. It's also going to severely increase my ammo detonation chance. But if I'm facing off against something similar to the Yamato class, I keep saying Yamamoto, the Yamato class, I will need to, well, punch through them from quite a good range. And so this increases my range. It also just increases the amount of damage I've done. Didn't invest in anything like torpedo shells. I did go with the high TNT explosives. Maybe I could try to save some money and go with one of these kind of lesser, but I'm just going to do it. Where I did not advance super heavily is in... I also, of course, got radar. I'm moving very quick at 34 knots. I did go ahead and just max out the displacement because, well, I'm trying to make as big and as bad a battleship as I can. These are big 18 or triple turrets. I have 4 18-inch triple turrets. A bunch of 6-inch guns, bunch of 4-inch guns. Those I don't really think are going to be playing much of a role in this fight because it sounds like this fight's going to be mostly at long range. So it's mostly going to be hammering out through these big guns, and these big guns are massive 18-inchers at 10,000 meters. I mean, oh my gosh, at 10,000 meters, they can penetrate 16 inches of deck armor and have a 40% chance to hit. That's astounding. So, I mean, this is going to be a very, very long-range fight. So, my 4-inchers aren't going to do anything. But I put them on just because, I mean, can you imagine a ship like this without just all those little turrets up the side? No, I can't. I love this ship. We'll see how well it does. It may crash and burn, or better yet, crash and sink, especially because I don't have a ton of armor on it. But yeah, I just ran out of money. And so this is going to be my first shot at it, but let's give it a try. All right, so immediately we see smoke on the horizon, and our radar is pointing us in the right direction. So let's go ahead and get up to full speed ahead. We are an Italian battleship, and we are going to go ahead and try to find this heavy battleship off in the distance. I'll let you know when we find it. All right, so we have spotted it, and it has started shooting at us. You can see these. It really is based on the Yamato. It has that pagoda mast, or that pagoda tower. They have more guns. I don't know the size of them yet. I have not identified. But they have more guns, and it's a little worrisome because they can't have that early advantage because as I am sailing straight at them, only my forward guns can fire. I only have 6 guns in the forward part of my ship. But I'm hoping that I'll just be able to fire a lot faster than them. Again, we're only 8% of the way to identifying them, but Just looking at them, it looks like a German ship, and they are already kind of getting ready for a broadside, so they are already able to bring, it looks, all of their guns to bear. Ooh, and in fact, as they fire right into the camera, there they go. I also have shells coming in. Ooh, did I just get a hit? Oh, it didn't seem to do any damage. Anything else coming in? Nope, doesn't appear so. I'm going to go back to my ship. Let's see if they are lucky enough to grab a hit as well. We're going to fire, and I think I'm going to go ahead and turn off to the side. Let's try to bring some more of our guns into bear. Alright, so we've each kind of traded a couple hits at this point. You can see that they've barely done any damage to me. I would love to go and see what kind of damage we're doing to them. I've mentioned it before, but in some of my other videos, but I love these long-range fights because you can track the shells in the air and you can watch them as they come down. I mean, I'm loving just the shells. Here they come. Are we going to get any hits? Come on, hit for me, hit for me, hit for me. Oh, that was an accurate hit. Those were some hits right there. It did hardly any damage. But they are getting at least a penalty, and they are on fire. Well, it looks like they were already able to put out their fire, but that was a hit. They're 23 kilometers away. Wow, this is a long-range fight. Now, I am kind of turning, trying to get more of my guns into this fight. Let's speed it up, just letting my shells come in a little bit. And here they come. Slow it down again. Ooh, just missed. Just missed. So I can see that my ship, we have a small gun knocked out. That I'm not worried about. We also have just a little bit of minor damage here in the center. I'm not worried about any of that. And it looks like we can tell that they are using 17-inch guns. So, and they didn't do what I did, whereas I kind of maxed out my, as they fire directly into the camera. Man, this game is gorgeous. Look at this shot. That's what it... Look at just the epic fashion of this ship coming in. As we get a great hit, and look at that, we hit it! Oh, and as it passes ominously by... Oh, look at the guns move! I'm loving just the graphics of this game. I'm loving this game, honestly. Because we have some couple good hits in their side. I wonder if we've done any flooding damage. We're only 33% of the way to identifying it. Let's check out our ship. Ooh, they have damaged one of our main guns, and it is on fire. Let's go ahead and continue to turn. Let's put out that fire, first of all, but let's go ahead and get ready to turn. Let's bring more of our guns into bear. I'll tell you what, our battleship doesn't look that half bad either. It may not have as many heavy guns as theirs, but boy is it a teched out monster. It is accurate, and these guns are huge, and they fire every 45 seconds. That's big. However, I'm still only firing with my forward guns, which is a problem, and a problem we need to rectify post-haste. They're going to get a good hit here too. No, thankfully it looks like they're going to miss. These pillars of water. Do we get any hits? No, I don't see any. Alright, I believe our next volley should be with all of our guns. We have a 27% chance of hitting each time, each shot. Their warship is fired again. It looks like just one turret fired there, just 3 guns. Yeah, there we go. Now all of our guns are coming to bear. So I'm going to straighten out my course a little bit, and let's go ahead and follow these shells, see if we can see what kind of hits we do, if any, as our shells pass each other in the air. Nope, actually all of these shells are mine. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now they're going to pass each other in the air. Ooh, good hits, good hits. Feeling good, and we're 46% of the way to identifying them. Unfortunately, we have traded some hits, and honestly not for the better. We are suffering some flooding damage as our weaker armor seems to be really hurting us here. Now, our guns are accurate, but our armor is weak, and they are punching through it pretty well. Although, ooh, those were some bad hits. Yeah, these are penetrating hits too, because with these guns and this technology, pretty much everything's going to be a penetrating hit. You can see, we think from our deck at the moment that it's a heavy cruiser. We know that that's not true. This is the battleship Yamato, excuse me. This is the battleship Yamato. They are on fire, but we have engine damage, so, I mean, it's anyone's fight at this point. Well, I just got a really lucky ammo detonation. That was honestly kind of cheating, but the Yamamoto has gone down. And with that, there can be only one. That battle has ended. I kind of want to try it again just because, well, I feel like that was a little cheesy and I got a quick ammo detonation. So we're going to just do this one more time. I'm going to boost technology. We're going to start. And I'm not going to use this design. Instead, I'm going to focus on more heavy guns and less of these kind of smaller turrets. So I'll show you what I build. All right, from the front, this ship may look very similar, but from the side, you can see I have quite a few extra big, heavy guns here. Now, this ship probably isn't super practical because I have not put any smaller secondary guns. So if there were smaller ships in the fray and I was caught without escorts, like in this mission, I would be in a lot of trouble. But for this mission, I am just worried about one big battleship. I did go ahead and do best radar I could get, as well as the best range finding. I once again went with those super heavy shells because, I mean, hey, try to get that ammo detonation. Why not? I didn't feel like I needed extra shells, but I did go ahead and get, just to add in a little bit more armor and invest a little bit more into protection. For instance, this time I have a double bottom hull. I got Citadel 3, etc., etc. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. We're just going to bring more guns to the bear, see if we can sink them a little bit faster. So I have it on speed 10 as we're just trying to catch up with their ship. Now, very important in this is I'm going to have to try to, once I establish contact, make the turn to get all of my guns into the fight, because the majority of my firepower is back here in the rear of my ship. So we're going to let this, I guess it's another Italian battleship. We're going to let it do its best. Oh no, this time it is a Austro-Hungarian battleship. Excellent. We're going to let it do its best to first try to catch up, and then we are going to, we're going to go ahead and shoot at it. I'm actually going to go ahead and turn this way. Let's go ahead and see if I can find where this battleship is. Should be dead ahead. Now, keep in mind, I'm going like 20-something knots away. You can see our shells are in the air. We only have 6 shells in the air at this point. Let's see which way it is going to decide which way we need to turn. Oh, and immediately we just get a great shot. Perfect. It looks to be very similar, except this time they have double turrets. I bet those are 18-inch turrets. We're not going to be getting close enough, and it's a British battleship. Excellent. I love to sink the Royal Navy anytime I get a chance. We're not going to get in close enough quarters to have any of these little secondary guns actually matter very much, so hopefully we're going to be able to take care of it, maybe even before it can really get that close to us. And if it continues going this way, we're going to go this way. All of our guns are going to be brought into bear relatively shortly anyway. So let's go ahead and just turn, because I'm happy fighting this at a long range. I am just going to fast forward just a little bit. Let's see if we can weaken this thing a little bit. Alright, we are officially now have brought all of our guns to bear. We have some light damage on this back turret, but I think it should be fine to keep firing. Let's see what kind of damage we've done to their ship as we try to catch our shells as they come in. Any hits here, boys? Yeah, those are some good hits. Going to cause a lot of damage and some flooding. That's what I want to see. Man, look at this ship, though. As it just powers through the water. Oh, man, I love the graphics in this. I love the visuals. It's fantastic. I get that they're just in alpha, but they've sold me on it. I'm loving this game. They've just fired around at us. We have fired around at them. I have a good feeling about this. Let's see if it comes in. Good hits, lads. Good hits. Look at all this damage that we've done to it. All right, excellent, excellent. Meanwhile, though, they have done quite a bit of damage to us as well. I am going to go ahead and start to turn because we're in danger of just going right past it. It would be great if they missed all these shots. So far, so good. Good work. Good aggressive or evasive maneuvers. They have damaged our steering, so we are kind of stuck here. But we're at least going to get another good shot on them. Let's see if it is lucky enough to land. I love following the shells through this game. It's just so cool. We have not fully identified it yet. We think it's a battle cruiser of all things. Here come all of our shells. We're about 55% of the way there. I'd love to identify what caliber of guns they have. Alright, so we're going to get some hits. We're also going to cause some flooding. That's going to do a ton of damage to them. That's excellent. That's exactly what we needed. Hopefully just a couple more hits like that and we'll be golden. Once again, here come our shells. Boom. Oh, this is devastating. This is amazing. Devastating hit there. Meanwhile, though, we are not faring much better as they have a huge hit on us as well. This is a duel for the ages, and we are unable to really turn. But our guns are focused. Hopefully this hit will be enough to end it. We're going to fire all guns. It's like the calm before the storm. Are we going to get some good hits? We don't need much to sink them. Here they come. Excellent hits, boys. Oh, not quite sunk. Not quite sunk, but I have a feeling our next shots are going to do it. Meanwhile, let's come here. Are they going to get any good hits on us? Yeah, they do. Oh, man. This one's a closer. This one's much more of a duel, you know? Which is good. I like this duel. We're going to fire again. Just one gun, though. Why didn't we fire all our guns? Maybe it didn't fire before. Uh-oh. Are our guns damaged? No, our guns... Only 2 of them are slightly damaged. And I don't think that one shot's going to be enough to do it, although they already have another shot in the air. Here come their volley. I think only one more volley from us is going to do it. The question is, are we going to get a chance to shoot that volley? Come on. Inaccurate fire is our best friend, and it seems like they are going to miss. Here's a full salvo. Full salvo. I think if we get a good solid hit here, this is going to be it. We're going to follow these shells all the way across the map. All, what, 24 kilometers? Let's check it out. Well, it's a big battleship. We know it's not a battle cruiser. It seems like they are trying to turn and run away. Let's see. Is this going to be enough to sink them? Is this going to be enough to sink them? Here we go. We have a bad spread here. I think we're going to miss unless these 3 can hit. They do, but just do very surface level damage. Nothing really. We're going to need to turn in and try to chase them down. Because they are running away from us, that is for sure. So here we go. It's just a chase at this point. They're firing at us with their rear guns. We're firing at them with, well, as many guns as we can. We don't steer very quickly. Right now, just our forward guns. Our afts aren't able to make this hit. But we only really need one more good solid hit to do them in. We're only traveling about 25 knots. They surely can't be traveling much faster than us. Because they've taken a lot of damage as well. Our hits are just bouncing off their main guns. We still haven't even identified them, really. Here we go. If this is a good hit, this might end it. Alright, so not quite ending it, but still getting ever closer, getting ever closer. One more try. Good hits, but still not enough to sink it. Not enough to sink it. She's so close to going down. Look at her listing. Look at just all the damage that's been done to her. Some of the damage modeling is just... I mean, look at all these holes on her sides, and especially in her rear. Oh, look at the holes on her deck. She has just taken an absolute beating today, as yet more shells are continuing to be poured downrange by our ship, the Amazon Guerrera. Here they come. Good hit. Good hit. But still, she floats. I think I would have surrendered by now. Here we go, following these shells towards their battleship. Any good hit could sink her at this point. The question is, are we going to hit her? Yeah, that's another good hit. A secondary gun's destroyed, but still, she floats. She's at 3% structural, 50% flotation, whereas we're only at 23% structural and 84% flotation. So, I mean, we're taking a beating as well. We're going to have to go to dry dock for a little while after this. Here we go, I got a good feeling about this volley. Alright, so we did destroy a main gun. Of course, well, I thought we did. I thought I saw a main gun destroyed. Maybe just a turret? Maybe I saw a secondary gun. Yeah, it says over here in the corner, well, if I hover over it, Battleship Queen Elizabeth's barbette destroyed, Battleship Queen Elizabeth's main gun destroyed. So it looks like probably this gun is now out of action. Meanwhile, I don't know if she can control her steering because she seems to be trying to steer kind of into me as another round of shells come in. We're absolutely pelting this thing. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So she's gotta go down soon. She's at 1% structural. She's on fire. She's on fire at 1% structural. Meanwhile, she's still doing a kind of a wallop on us. Alright, this is going to do it. She's at 1%. We hit her. We hit her. No, she's still afloat. Still at 1%. But she's on fire. Her steering's been knocked out. She's got to be just moving very slow at this point. She needs a lucky ammo detonation, I believe, to win this. Here we go, right here. No, and yet again, she still is just going to tank that damage at 1%. This is kind of a cool shot right here, because you can see just how much he's listing in the back. We are really pounding it out, but again, she's not actually taking much damage back here, probably because she's already sustained so much damage back here. She's just... So what we really need to do is hit that... you know... the front of the ship. Another big hit. She just refuses to go down. I gotta respect her. I have to respect her, that's for sure. The good news is we're at least closing the distance and we have plenty of ammo to sink this thing. And she's not doing much damage on me either, so we're closing the distance ever so slowly. And she's at 1%, so like any hit could take her out. Like maybe this one. I just don't understand how she's still afloat at this point. I'm going on speed 5. She's actually getting more big hits on me than I am on her. But I mean, that's a big hit. Destroyed main gun. She's on fire. She can't steer. But look at that. She just destroyed one of my main guns too. And those were just glancing blows. Come on, this one's got to do it. Sink this thing. Sink her. Sink her! Oh my gosh. These are big hits. We are closing the distance. We're at 20 kilometers at this point. Those were penetrating hits. Maybe I should just go to... Oh gosh. There we go. We've destroyed more of her main guns. But still, she is just doing so much more damage to me than I am to her right now. That's a big one. Destroyed another main gun. Oh, look at my ship. We're still at just that 23 structural damage, which I guess is good. How in the world is she? She's at 0.08 structural damage? Alright, I'm going to go to armor piercing for a second. Just because I think maybe I'm just bouncing off of her high armor. There she goes. 0 structural damage. And she, finally, is going to sink beneath the waves. That battleship Queen Elizabeth, though, you gotta respect her. That was much more of the duel I was looking for from that first match where I had just kind of that lucky ammo detonation. I loved that mission. There can be only one. I'm also really excited about Sink the Cruiser Killer. Basically, we confront a deadly experimental battle cruiser. So that one sounds like a lot of fun. That one I will be bringing to you next. However, this has been There Can Be Only One. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit up that like button, hit up that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one.